Vintage Story is a game about asking yourself questions like, what would happen if I were to punch a grizzly bear? What if I investigate the source of these weird noises? What if I stand on this 1000-degree hot metal and they all have the same answer? You die. But when you die, you respawn 5,000 blocks away from your house because you forgot to set your spawn point after it ran out. That is Vintage Story. And I guess Vintage Story is also about progressing through an extremely intricate and complicated chain of tools and events to give you the comfort of doing the walk of shame less frequently. In today's video, you'll be seeing me make basic human discoveries, fall down every cave in the game, and die painfully. Now, let us begin. After creating this handsome young man, I was presented with a class selection screen. I picked the Hunter, because hunters seem like the type of people to survive in the wilderness. I spawn into the beautiful world of a Dark Midget World and almost get jumped by the wildlife immediately. Oh god, no, I don't want to live in a bush. I'll start heading over there. That's a wolf. That's probably not a good idea. While running away, I dug into the deepest reaches of my mind and started thinking about RL craft progression. In a similar fashion, I began collecting rocks and sticks even though I had no idea what to do with them. Now, I want you to think about what cavemen were doing back in the days, other than eating poisonous mushrooms and dying.
The jack-o'-lantern.
Trying to find a girl's pussy and all that bush, and scribbling nonsense on the walls of caves in their free time. You got it yet? Well, I have no way of knowing what you said, but the correct answer is smashing rocks together. Consulting the guide, I learned about napping. Napping is an essential game mechanic, where you place a rock on the ground and smash it really fucking hard with another rock until it turns into something resembling a tool. The tool in this scenario was an axe, and I chopped my first tree. Then I got caught up in building a shitty dirt shack, and by the time I realized the area low-key sucks with all the low fertility dirt, it was already night. So in the middle of the night, I made a mad dash in a random direction to acquire any form of food, because I'm also starving to death. I almost got shot by this Wendigo-looking thing, but I found refuge in this trader's wagon, and after the sun came up again, I walked for like 5,000 blocks to this area. It has good soil, good rainfall, a large lake, and an open cave. Which is also kind of a negative too, since all sorts of abominations crawl out from there. After beefing with the locals and a bear, I started work on my second shitty dirt shack, but this time I would finish it. It has many flaws, namely the fact that I have to manually barricade the exit, has about as much space as a 10,000 USD American apartment, and that the cave trolls can also jump in through the campfire's ventilation shaft, but it is my home. Then I shanked a boar to death at the bottom of this lake and ate my first batch of delicious meat, real caveman style, with no seasoning. But we can't stay a caveman forever, because if I had to perpetuate this lifestyle, I would hang myself after about 2 hours. To enter the Copper Age, we're gonna have to acquire a pickaxe. And you might notice that I haven't crafted one yet. That is because we aren't playing a children's game. We're playing Vintage Story. I mean, did you really think you could just pick up 2 rocks and smash them into the shape of a pickaxe head? No. First you find clay, dig it up, take it home, mold the clay into the shape of a crucible, dig a 1 block deep hole, place your clay DIY craft into it, fill it with 10 grass, 8 sticks, and 4 firewood, craft a torch, light it at a campfire, use it to light your creation, use some more clay to make a pickaxe mold, fire that as well, place the crucible onto the campfire, but sorry fucko, you thought firewood could melt copper? Wrong! It doesn't burn at a high enough temperature. So create charcoal, start panning at the local lake for 40 nuggets, that takes about 22 fucking minutes by the way. Put the charcoal and the copper into the crucible, light it on fire while you craft some tongs, pour it into the pickaxe mold, wait for it to cool, and finally, you have a copper pickaxe. That only took, what, 5 hours? I think I think I'm gonna kill myself. In the middle of this whole sequence, while I was looking for gravel to pan, I found this weird machine in a cave. It is a teleporter, but I don't have the materials to repair this yet. With my new tools, I decided to hit the caves, where I mined copper, fell down a huge ass hole, encountered horrors beyond my comprehension, found saltpeter and bismuth, and that's about it. And I also got murdered in cold blood. Shit. Other than that small incident, things are looking up. I did a little landscaping around where the real base and its garden will be. Then I wanted to make an anvil, but anvils are kinda pricey in this game, so back to the mines we go. But this time, much like the dwarves of Moria, I dug way too greedily and way too deep.
Fuck is that? Oh, okay. It's okay. I'm done. Okay, this is the wrong. Get juked, bitch! Get fucking juked! Okay, it's not following me anymore.
Look on the bright side though, we did get that anvil. Apparently almost getting molested by that crab-walking dog thing wasn't enough, because past me went back into the caves, and this time I would truly regret it.
Another. What the? Okay. I don't know what that is. That just almost one-shot me. Oh, the Soul Blade Locust. Ooh. Okay.
Even though I did kill the locust, the shiver scared the hell out of me, and I jumped into the water, and I died. Back in the shack, I discovered that you can cook better food in a cooking pot. Crazy stuff, I know. And now, combining 2 red meat with 2 mushrooms fills my whole hunger bar. It's pretty nice. Fully saturated, I decided it would be in my best interest if I had access to boards, so I made a forge, heated up some copper ingots, and hammered them into the shape of a saw. That's right, you have to do this kinda fun and incredibly repetitive minigame every time you wanna smith something. The next recording begins with me back at a ruined tower I already found, although I haven't mentioned it yet. It has a teleportation device, much like the one in the cave, though that's not what I'm here for. I remembered one of the chests had a map that I didn't pick up for whatever reason. This map revealed the location of a coal mine, only what, 6,000 blocks away? Well, that's not happening anytime soon. And the icing on the fuck-ass cake was that I got mauled to death by a bear on my way back home. I did not have my mic on for this recording, but I was probably tweaking. After retrieving my items, I had a Jimmy Neutron brain blast moment and figured I could find the surface ruins easier by looking at the map. What do you know, there's one pretty close. It's a church that got hit by a meteor or something. I found some pretty okay loot, but I missed the big stuff in the basement. For now, I'm back in the caves, and I decided to investigate the huge gaping hole in the middle. Turns out, this thing reaches all the way to the bottom of the world, where I found quartz, basalt, and horrifying noises.
Why do people pick the same characters in this game over and over again? God damn!
Yeah, I think I'm good actually. I'll go back up now. On the surface, I spent multiple hours making an actual house with actual interior space this time. While moving all the pots and lids into my new home, I get assaulted by a temporal storm. What is a temporal storm? Everything becomes warpy and weirdy, and creatures go from shy uwu anime boys that only spawn in caves to blatantly spawning in the middle of your house in front of your eyes.
Fuck!
Anyway, I demolished the dirt hut, explored some ancient ruins in the caves, and then I went back to the church, where I did a bit more thorough sweep and found the basement. In the basement, there was Lady Madeline's coffin. Who is Lady Madeline? No idea, but she must have been quite the affluential figure with how a gold bar was just randomly lying behind her coffin. I noticed a trader not far from here, and upon making my way over there, I immediately tried subscribing to the grind set of Eddie Guerrero that states it is not only okay to lie, cheat, and steal, it is encouraged to do so. However, the game stopped me in my tracks by bestowing divine protection on the trader. Massive disappointment aside, I went back to my abode and started panning aggressively. But Michael, didn't you already get the 40 copper nuggets required for the pickaxe? You are absolutely right, I have. But I'm panning something different. I'm panning bony soil for a chance of candles. With candles, I'll be able to craft a lantern, which means we can avoid the torch extinguishing incident from ever occurring again. While I'm hammering the plates for it, I'm making bronze on the side. That's right, baby, we're entering the Bronze Age. Armed with bronze tools and bare armor, I decided it would be an appropriate time we journeyed to the coal mines. But this wouldn't be the only time I had to walk to this shit-ass place. Many times my inventory was filled with bushes and ruin loot before I even got halfway there. In time I would make it there, and to my dismay it was absolutely swarming with freaks. I dug some dirt and used it to bridge up and get inside.
I'm in.
From where I was able to clean up the monsters. There was some alright loot at the top, however the real jackpot was in the mines. A free bronze pickaxe and a huge, gigantic fucking coal vein, which meant I never had to waste my resources on that stupid ass charcoal ever again. I filled my pack to the brim and headed home. At home, I did a bit of renovating, built a kitchen, a cellar, and walled in the basement, since it turns out I've been routinely assaulted by creatures, because this didn't count as a room and I've been a homeless man this entire time. After that, I went mining, experienced some Type 3 fun.
Of course, tier 3. Got that rock throw. Got that rock throw twice because I'm 2 centimeters in front of it. Why the genuine hell would it walk 2 steps forward? No, instead the AI was like, oh, I'm throw a rock. How? How is this okay? Of course it fucking is a dead end. Of course it is a dead end, guys. I love this game so much. This game's revolutionizing fucking rage baiting. Because I'm fucking fuming right now.
And used the ores I mined to upgrade our anvil to bronze. This unlocked iron smithing, for when I'll have a workable amount of iron, that is. I kissed that thought goodbye for now, and instead went to repair the teleporter in the tower ruin. It teleported me 6,000 blocks away, right next to a ruined castle of sorts. Moments after setting foot inside, it appears I have alerted the greater locust hive mind to my location, because I was immediately swarmed by them from every direction. After fighting them off, I looted the place, went back to drop off the newly acquired good stuff, came back, and only then did I notice that there is another ruin right next to this one.
Not what I wanted, not what I was looking for. Oh shit. How the fuck am I outrunning a bear? You know what, I'm not complaining, I'm gonna stop complaining. Oh fuck, there's like 9 million shivers, bro. Oh, okay. I'm safe.
Oh, Neptune.
Oh, these are level 4 shivers. Okay, I'm so... One of them climbs this and gets in and I'm fucking dead. Like, I'm actually so...
Yeah, this one didn't go so well, but then I went back and I slaughtered them like animals. I hate them! Back at the base, things are equally shit with a medium temporal storm happening. I've never actually went outside before, so I was quite shocked to find Factorio and bacteriophages roaming the surface. So I went back inside and tried pie making. Let me tell you something, pies are dope. With the food done, I smithed myself an iron pickaxe, officially rocketing us into the Iron Age. I also made my first batch of leather 20 hours into the game. Yeah, Michael, no rush or anything. Crafted a bow and some backpacks, and built 2 big-ass greenhouses for my delicate crops. The greenhouses plus 5-degree heat bonus will look after them in the approaching winter while I'm searching for a treasure hunter. But other than a ruin teeming with them fuck-ass locusts, I didn't find jack shit. Well, actually, I did find this trader whom I bribed to let me into his gaslight, gatekeep, and girl boss merchant network, and he kind of just leaked the treasure hunter's IP address to me for a couple of gears. The treasure hunter is around 4,000 blocks away.
It's so fucking goddamn built for scrubs. Shit!
Why is it a cardinal sin for a location to be placed conveniently? I don't really know, but anyway, when I arrived, I kicked the door down and began screaming at him, demanding the location of the archive. He was understandably weirded out and gate-kept the location behind a bronze pickaxe. I had one on me, but he would only accept one above 95% durability. At this point, I was contemplating on replacing my chewing gum with cyanide pills, but decided against it when I saw that I had no food anyway, and would probably starve to death 5 minutes into exploring the archives. I begrudgingly made my way back home, casted a fresh bronze pickaxe for this whiny bitch, and cooked like 3 pies to help me sustain. I traded the pickaxe for the map, hit the right-click button, and the suicidal thoughts immediately re-entered my brain when I saw that the archive is, once again, 4,000 blocks away from the treasure hunter, which is already a 4,000 block journey. It took me a while to find it, because the entrance was surprisingly inconspicuous. I'm not even sure how the guy found it in the first place. Coupled with the fact that it's near the X and not actually on it. There were no archives, just a little room and a gaping shaft. And you know what happens when I'm in close proximity to a vertical opening in the ground. I fell the fuck down and probably broke 90% of the bones in my body. Apparently not enough, because I could still climb further down the ladder. Almost at the bottom, I began hearing a mildly unsettling humming. Whether this was from the critical amounts of brain damage I had just accumulated by slamming my skull into a wooden ledge, or some kind of ancient machinery in the ruins, I had no way of telling. Arriving at the bottom, I was met with a huge open area. I began exploring the rooms, but didn't find anything actually important until the engineering room on the 2nd floor, where I took a peek at a future boss and shoveled some coal into a furnace. I can't just open the door to the library, by the way, because it is rusted or whatever, so I'm gonna have to restore full power to the archive first. To do that, I'm gonna need to find 2 things. Both of these items are found here, in different rooms. The large temporal gear is found in the Bell workshop, which unlocked earlier by fueling the furnace. Inside, I navigated increasingly claustrophobic spaces and ended up in this fear and hunger ass room, where I almost had a heart attack. After some minor complications, I found the gear in the back rooms, slotted it into the machines, and unlocked a new room. The teleporter room, which translocated me into the mines. After getting thoroughly and sexually assaulted in the mines, I found the pump head at the very end and returned it to the power room. This gives us enough power output to finally open the doors of the library. But of course, there is one more minor inconvenience between me and a supposed fat loot. It is the moron I saw from the other side of the door. After giving him a thorough pounding... Fuck's sake, why did I write this, man? The library is ours. And what did the library have? Well, a crown and a fucking blueprint.
Oh no, this can't be.
You know what? That's one too many minor inconveniences for me for today. As always, subscribe if you want to see more videos with this style, leave a like, comment about your wishes and desires, and lastly, check the community tab, because I do post updates and polls rather often. I just killed a mosquito. What? It's still alive? Okay, you know what? I guess he's just built different. Finally, thank you for watching.